So I'm recording this intro a couple days after making the video itself, and it's because I feel kind of uncomfortable about how personal this is, and I just hope that people can appreciate it. This is not how I normally operate. I don't tell people personal things about myself online, and I don't recommend that you do it. But the reason why I did this is because if it can bring even one person to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, then it was worth it. So this one's going to be kind of personal. It's going to be really personal, actually. I've never spoken about this really, other than with the missus. But I remember the day that my stepdad, he came to my birthday party, and he and my mom had split. And I had no idea he was my stepdad for years. Even after that, I didn't know for at least a year. And I've got this memory of him. He gave me a Nintendo shirt. It was like a Super Mario shirt and a lollipop. And there were all these women around, my mom's friends. And I remember him leaving, and he'd been out of the house for like a week or so, and I just grabbed onto his leg and started crying, and I did not want to let him go. You don't understand at that age. You just don't get it. All I knew is my daddy wasn't with me anymore, and well, there he was, and now he was going to leave again. And just like some cringy ass Hallmark movie or something, I remember looking out the window watching him drive away. And I can still feel the pain of that now, 42 years later. Well, more like 38 years later. That's a wound that never really healed. It still stings. And years later, I met my real dad, just in time for him to die of cancer. I had about 3 years with him. And I still remember him in the hospital bed. And the cancer had just eaten up his muscles. He was just shriveled, a sack of bones. I remember hugging him and saying goodbye to him. And he was burning up. He had gotten an infection in the hospital, and he was actually in remission, but the infection that he caught while in the hospital is what killed him. And that made me pretty angry for a long time. I was one spiteful little bastard. And I can't help but look at people in this world that do terrible things and think, well, where was his dad? Especially if you take a look at the black community. It's a serious problem. And the devil laughs at it. He loves it. The devil loves war for numerous reasons, but I think one of the prime reasons why he loves war is because it takes daddies away from children. The pain of the fatherless is, if you don't know it, it's a very unique thing. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But the day that I found Christ and I found out that I had a Father in heaven, it changed everything. I mean, I wept like a baby when I read those passages, He's a father to the fatherless, a comforter to the widow. And I finally felt like I had a dad. And I don't know really where I'm going with this, other than if that's you, you're not alone. I know your pain. And you do have a Father in heaven, and He loves you. And I don't want you to despair over that. I don't want you to be angry over that. And there's nothing that I could ever say that's going to heal that hole in your heart. But I do promise you this, if you claim Christ and you believe in Christ, He will heal that hole. You're still in a sinful body until the day you die, until the day of redemption, and we're given a new body. So you're still going to feel the scars. But you don't have to be in despair. I remember the first time I was about 13 years old when I watched Pink Floyd's The Wall. Now there's some stuff in that I look back at it. You know, it's got your standard, Zionist propaganda in there, right? But Roger Waters, the man who wrote that album and sang on most of the tracks, he lost his dad to World War II. He was one of the British soldiers who died holding the Anzio bridgehead from the Germans. And I remember watching that movie, and even the guy who played his dad looked a lot like my dad. And it really dragged up all those old feelings again. And man, I remember I just broke down. And I cried in a few parts of that movie, actually. When the Tigers Broke Free got me, and Goodbye Blue Sky. There's something about men dying in combat that other men really, it really stings. I don't know if women feel that the same way, because they're not built to be protectors, right? They're nurturers. They don't understand that brotherhood, that camaraderie that happens when men are sent off to do terrible things and endure horrible things. But I remember seeing that and thinking to myself, I'm not alone. There's got to be millions and millions of people who have gone through what you've gone through. And as the saying goes, misery loves company, right? Nobody wants to be isolated in their feelings. People like to share their pain. And if what I just said describes your feelings, I just wanted you to know that you're not isolated, because you're not alone. There's other people that know your pain, and more importantly, as I said, you have a Father in heaven who loves you. And it's up to you whether or not you want to embrace that or reject it.
It was just before dawn, one miserable morning in Black 44, when the forward commander was told to sit tight, when he asked that his men be withdrawn, and the generals gave thanks as the other ranks held back the enemy tanks for a while, and the Anzio bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives. is gone. It was, I recall, in the form of a scroll with gold leaf and all. And I found it one day in a drawer of old photographs hidden away. And my eyes still grow dim to remember His Majesty signed in his own rubber stamp. It was dark all around, there was frost in the ground when the tigers broke free. And no one survived from the Royal Fusiliers Company C. They were all left behind, most of them dead, the rest of them dying. And that's how the High Command took my daddy from me. Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky? Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? The flames are all long gone, but the pain lingers on. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Sergeant, call your dogs off.
Ich habe Familie zu Hause. Das ist meine Frau. Das ist meine Kinder. Auf die Fresse. Auf die Fresse.
On a Knien. On a Knien. You are no goddamn good to me unless you can kill crowds. Put a big fat hole in his back. Put a big fat hole in his fucking back.
No.
Why the hell not?
Your Honor, Private Doss waves his morality at us like it's some kind of badge of honor.
So how come you don't fight? You think you're better than us?
He flaunts his contempt by directly disobeying a series of direct orders from his commanding officer.
It's not right. Bible says to turn the other cheek, don't
Not right. We're not here to right wrong. We're here to kill them. Why are you here? You're here to kill him. You know why he's here? He's here to kill you. He's here to kill you. He's here to rip your throat off to hell. God!
I'm not asking you, Private! That is a direct order from a company commander!
For God's sake, Doss.
You stop this nonsense and quit.
Just get it over with. I can't do it. Yes, you can. I know you can. You or him. Pick.
Just kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Please. I can't do it. Don't fuck Stop!
Oh, no, no.
Nee, bitte! Nee, lass mich einfach nach Hause!
Do it, Norman. Do it, Norman. Are you a praying man?
I go to church.
Are you saved?
I'm baptized.
That ain't what I asked you.
That's what he asked you. Then go to what I was saying. Yeah, you gotta listen.
Are you saved? Wait until you see.
See what?
What a man can do to another man.
War is a completely different set of circumstances.
Jesus said, "A new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you."
This is Satan himself we're fighting. Surely, as a good Christian, you can see that.
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
Here's a Bible verse I think about sometimes. It goes, "Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?" And I said, "Here am I. Send me."
With the world so set on tearing itself apart, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing to me to want to put a little bit of it back together.
Let's go.
If a man loves the world, love of the Father's not in it.
All that's in the world, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life.
It's not of the Father, it's of the world.
World's desires pass away. He who does God's will is going to live forever.
Forever.